Welcome to the Rookies, everybody. My name is Tennyson Easted. I am the creator of Jump Rangers, the tabletop role playing game. Jump Rangers is a storytelling universe about kids space commandos trying to find a future for humanity amongst the stars. The basic idea behind Jump Rangers is that about 300 years ago, alien Tyrannosaurus Rexes darkened our skies with their motherships and just started taking Earth away from us. And because humanity didn't have interstellar travel at the time, the only way that people could survive was by sneaking aboard these alien spaceships and hiding in the corners, like rats, like bedbugs, kind of colonizing the dirty, unkept places. And and then whenever these motherships would land, we spread out into the Saurian Empire. We build homes there. So now humanity, 300 years later, has this borrowed society in the shadow of this giant space dinosaur empire. And it turns out that these space dinosaurs are at war with a race of giant robots. There's other big threats out there in the galaxy. And while grown-ups are trying to cling to this existence and figure things out, there's a bunch of brave kids who are sneaking out onto these alien spaceships, finding new places for people to colonize, stealing alien technology, finding ways of retaking Earth, and all the other stuff that's happening out there. These heroes are called Jump Rangers. That's who you play in the game. Joining us today, as always on the Rookies, we have Buster the Destroyer and Liz Ransdell. Buster, do you want to tell everybody what's going on in your life and what you do and where to find you and that?
Yeah, what's going on in my life is things matters of the heart. And then I've been, you can find me here on Twitch, twitch.tv/Buster the Destroyer, and you can watch me play video games, talk about video games. The other day I cooked on stream. I did dirty rice. That was a lot of fun. I was part way into the dirty rice, and I was like, wait, get my phone and let's do this on Twitch. So we have fun. So I'm gonna try and get into that more. And then what else? Yeah, you can just find me. Oh, and CitizenCon, if you didn't hear, Tinny, they released some details about CitizenCon today. Mostly just the main.
I saw that.
No schedule yet, which is like that's what I wanted.
Yep.
Was a schedule. I'm hoping we get one within the next week.
Although the Star Citizen news this week in general has been pretty exciting. Buster and I both know each other through the Star Citizen community.
Yeah.
They've just announced that the very next patch, which is coming in the next couple of weeks, is the 4.0 code base, which I think is very smart and very good of them. So there's crazy Star Citizen things happening, but that's
know what I'm calling CitizenCon?
What are you calling it?
SquadCon, because it's really about Squadron 42.
That's fair.
Based on the map alone.
Yes.
It is about that.
It is. It is.
So,
in terms of the release date, I will say that I saw a stream with Crucian and a couple of other people on the Tomatoes, and I think it was Crucian made the very good point that they are not going to want to release Squadron until Star Citizen is at a place where they can take all the overflow people who have an interest in the game. So they're going to wait until 4.0 is battle hardened before they release Squadron is the guess. I think that's probably exactly right. So we might see a Squadron release as early as next summer. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Anyway, hey Liz,
what's going on with you, Liz?
Oh, still working on my NSFW illustrated short story book based on the characters from Through the Looking Glass and Alice in Wonderland, and sort of just figuring stuff out as we head into fall, and fall is the best. It's a very productive season for us as far as we retreat from humanity, but we go and we get a whole lot of things done. We've got an issue 2 of our Alice comic book is about to be started, and it's grant writing season, just all that fun stuff. So
good. Excellent. Well, congratulations on the forward momentum. Definitely. And if anybody wanted to find out about Alice or Curious, or where would they go for that information?
StudioMetropolisInc.com. All one word, StudioMetropolisInc.com, or Studio Metropolis on Instagram, or Blue Sky, or even Twitter, and you will find us.
Perfect.
Yep.
So, when last we left our intrepid adventurers, the two of you had tracked down a somewhat shady-seeming grown-up, a gray-haired space drifter by the name of Griff. Or no, he's not gray-haired at all. He's younger. Who's apparently living in some kind of crash pad that he's built underneath the waste control systems of the mothership Grim Ranger. With a couple of cargo containers. And you both, along with Chell, have kind of cornered this man and interrogated him a little bit, and reached the consensus that the three of you should somehow fleece the Grim Ranger of all potential valuables.
This is a good idea.
Look,
Do you recall these events as I've described them?
Yeah.
Does this all sounding familiar?
Absolutely.
look. I don't like fleece very much.
Oh,
It's
really?
a little hot.
Ah, okay. I'm going to level
Anyway.
with you. I didn't know if I had just stepped on. It's like Tennyson fleece is an ethnic slur. I thought that's where this was going. I was like, did I?
No, it's just a fabric.
Well, I imagine they call it fleecing because you shave the sheep of the valuables.
Yep.
Right.
Right?
Yep.
Exactly
like-
right.
Yeah.
I figured probably not that offensive. I was like,
Yeah,
wow,
no,
did
no,
I
no,
just
no,
put
no,
my
no,
foot
no.
in it?
That's
That's
the-
all right.
that's
No, you're fine.
No,
You're
Teddy.
fine. You're fine.
I'm making a dad joke. It's okay. It's just a dad
No.
joke. Calm down, Tennyson.
I like fleecing. I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
There needs to be a new genre of jokes called auntie jokes.
I think that's a great idea. I think,
I have a sister who does have good auntie jokes.
There you go.
give women credit for bad puns and obnoxious humor, for semantic jokes. Come on, it's not gendered, people.
Nothing is.
Mm-mm.
Nothing.
Gender is a lie.
Gender is a social construct.
All right.
So,
So,
How are we taking him down? That's what I want to know.
well, these are the questions. These are the questions I
yeah.
have.
Yeah. He's like, you all need to do that.
That's talking to Bam Bam.
Oh,
You
okay.
said the bat. The bat might be too much.
Sorry, I was talking to the person that somehow exists but doesn't exist at the same time. I think they're called the fourth wall. So yeah, I guess I'm like looking at you and this dude.
So okay.
Oh, we have what's her face with us too. We have to remember that.
You got to be careful. I think Jill understands when I don't want her to say something, but sometimes she says stuff and I'm like, we're gonna have a talk someday about what stays in the in and what comes in the out when grown-ups are around. That's all.
Yeah.
You know,
That's true.
Okay,
not
that's
like she
fine.
never says anything
So-
wrong. It's just we don't always share everything with the grown-ups, but she mostly gets it. I think she's been paying enough attention that she understands not necessarily cues, but that grown-ups can't be trusted.
Yeah.
So Griff is sitting
And-
there with his eye cocked, kind of sizing up the three of you, and says, "What did Jump Rangers want from a Saurian mothership anyway? What would you want to steal?"
What kind of question is that?
I'm asking.
No, what do we not want?
What's that?
What are you? What are you?
Saurians have
Are-
shinies.
Do they have drugs here that you're on? Cause guys,
This
I
is
mean,
what we do.
stuff is stuff. Information's information. Okay. Maybe one day when I'm like your age, I'll be like the greatest information broker in all of space. Who knows? Spoiler alert. But yeah, dude. There's anything of value could be here. We don't know. You know,
Mm-hmm.
because clearly something of value's here. Look at you. Meh.
So
Griff is looking at the three of you, kind of running math in his mind.
We just wing it, man.
We do not. We are highly specialized experts in our fields. Do
But
you
we
know
will
any
also
jump rangers?
wing it.
Do you know any, sir? My mom says to say sir. She says sir when she's mad.
Yeah.
Sir sir holds a lot. Man.
In Star Trek, everybody's sir.
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 All right.
Bartholomew. Surifer.
All right.
Surinold.
So you don't know what you want then?
Well, we're here to look.
Yeah.
We have
If
open
we don't like it
minds.
here, we'll figure it out. We'll go somewhere
That
else.
is how we are good at our training, because we keep our minds open, and we don't come looking for one specific thing and then miss it because we're too busy with something else.
Okay. That makes a lot of sense. That's very clever tactical thinking, Ranger.
We've been doing this a while.
Yeah, I can tell. Look at how old you are. But I can see.
I'm 7, dude. I'm 7.
Don't comment on our age. That's weird. Stop.
I'm only 7.
Okay. All right. Well.
They would too. Kids
in that case,
would be giving me the hardest time.
We are such trolls to every grown adult man that we find. We are the worst. Like we're fine. We're fine with women. We do okay with the women, but like the men, we're always like, and especially this guy. He's just holed up alone in a ship by himself. He is like,
my mom would be giving him
cameras everywhere.
There's
like,
something.
I'm like, what does he do to people?
Makes my spidey senses. I don't know why my mom calls him that, but my spidey senses tingle.
Yeah, like I think Bam Bam's being extra to him just because obviously she's a kid. She's constantly testing his people's boundaries. That's her whole shtick. No, shut up.
Well, I'm going to tell you this. I've got maybe a little less ambition. I'm not seeing the big picture maybe as much as you are. So I've got a deal for you. If you help me raid the Undersore lockup for weapons and personal belongings, I will help you raid the mothership's computer, and you can put your hands on all the star charts and all the inventories and all the information on the mothership's databanks. You can have access to everything that the Rexors who run this mothership know. And I will help you do that if you help me raid the Undersore lockup first.
That's pretty.
Now, when you say lockup,
every Undersore community has places where people can put their personal possessions.
She's like already pulling stuff up on her little information pad. She's trying to find the layout of these things.
Well, the layout of every mothership is different. Part of what you're here to do,
right? But if there's pictures and stuff of lockups, in general,
Oh, you know what he's talking about. He's talking about basically kind of a locker room / vault.
See, this is what's making her nervous. She's if she's if anybody was detecting her thoughts, wink, wink, they would be detecting that the idea of a vault rings alarm bells, because kind of the cameras, and then there's a vault now that that something you can't get back out of if it's closed from the other side. Not into that.
Well, is anybody
not into that? She's not saying that out loud. She's just nodding.
Let me ask you, Liz, are you doing anything while this conversation is going on? Are you up to anything?
Yeah.
Is Ripper probing either Buster or Griff, or coaching
Ripper's
Gel?
got Bam Bam at the moment.
Okay.
Covered. Gel has got Griff covered because he's not even paying attention to her.
Yeah. Okay.
So she's just getting right in there, and we're just kind of waiting for Gel to get back to us on
Okay.
what's going on as
3,
Bam Bam
Jill
distracts him.
Jill has been quiet
Bam
like
Bam
the
can do
whole
all the
time.
talking. Yeah,
6,
Jill is the youngest, so
Mm.
he's
7.
clearly he doesn't know children because he'd know we are way more dangerous.
Like
than
Ripper,
are.
you would probably even be holding her hand like as if she was scared,
Of course.
so that he even feels less threatened by her.
Okay.
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
People don't
Okay.
know. They don't know. They don't know how scary we really are.
Ooh. 1.
I'm-
Whoa.
Great.
Yeah. He sucks at stuff.
I get busted because of you.
Jell's sitting there.
Storyteller.
Jell's sitting there watching Griff as Griff proposes this deal like this.
She doesn't have a good focus.
See? That's exactly what I was sort of afraid of, but hopefully he's just ignoring her.
And Griff Griff turns his attention to Jell and just kind of looks at
Don't worry
her.
about her.
Would you like?
Oh,
she has a headache.
Do you have a bathroom?
Yeah.
Jell's gotta go.
What's
I hope it's a decent one because the cleanliness standards of adult men are not ever something that very much impresses me, sir.
Liz, I'm gonna go ahead and give you an opportunity to sell that. That's gonna be a heart roll.
Yo, come on, you heartless little shit. Sorry, that's my one cursor.
Oh, that's like the last thing I should do is a heart roll. Okay, all right.
No, that's what makes it good. That's what makes it funny.
I'm using heartless in this, by the way.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, absolutely.
100%.
What do you bring to this roll?
All right, I've got my basic training.
Yep.
I've got smart, psychic, far-seeing, improv.
Yes, all of
clever,
all
heartless, quick-witted, and I don't know if survival counts yet.
No, it does not.
I feel like it's going to in the near future, but it doesn't technically now.
Your target is 7, and you have 1 automatic victory. Go ahead, roll your dice, and let me know the results.
Right. See, and I've got 4 dice. 1, 1, 6, 1.
Whoa! Yay!
4. Okay.
Hey, reroll them once.
4, 8, 4, 6. Okay, so having re-rolled my ones, I got a bunch of good ones and an 8.
Yeah.
One of those out.
All right. So Griff kind of rolls his eyes and grimaces a little bit and says, "Why don't you come with me? We'll find a place for you to potty." He gets up and he takes Jell out of the room.
What? Without us?
Yeah. Unless you're going to follow. You have 2 options.
Yeah, we're following him 100% because we could all use a pee break. But yeah, no.
I mean, technically, there's only so many places he can go, but we don't need him talking to her before we do. So
okay, all right. So Griff has hacked the life support systems and has a place where he defecates and urinates right into the water supply.
That's good of him.
Well, if it's their water supply, it's kind of funny.
That's right. That's
actually.
Yep.
We are the vermin.
Bam Bam's kind of looking at him like.
We haven't actually discussed going to the bathroom.
Dinosaurs.
Going to the bathroom as a jump ranger is something that I probably need to address at some point. I can't believe it hasn't occurred to me before now. But we're just going to make we're going to make a quick note about this because actually I think it's pretty important. One of the things that I know I need to do at some point is like a player's guide. And this is the kind of thing that should be in there, I think.
Right.
So it's not just like Dune?
No. I don't think so. I think it can be. I think in the short term it can be. You know, where they have I think a jumpsuit has resources for that, but you don't want to be going into the you want solutions.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Going to the bathroom as a jump ranger. So wilds, motherships, jumpsuit, colonies. Okay. All right. Golly. So, I mean, to the extent that Griff is in any way a gentleman, Griff gives Jell a little privacy to go potty, and Jell conducts her business, and Jell sits down on the potty, and so the two of you are there, and um, Griff turns his back, and Jell goes, psst, psst, Bam Bam, remember,
Duck my head down.
I don't have
And I'm just humming. I'm like tapping my foot so he doesn't hear.
I don't have to go.
Okay, just pretend.
Okay. Okay. So you tell Jell to pretend going potty, and Jell sits there.
I turn my back to her. I'm like, okay. Jeez. All right, buddy. It's okay. It's been a while, I know, but you'll make it work.
Jell makes some splashing noises with her mouth. And then sploosh. Sploosh. And then
I think she's just embarrassed.
Yeah.
Let's all sing so that she's not embarrassed about it.
Yeah.
Oh, I love a parade.
Okay. And before long, the four of you are back in the hideout.
Okay.
So this is something I'm gonna need.
Jill and I are gonna
out.
have Jill and I are kind of gonna have a tiny little talk.
Okay.
How to pretend.
Okay.
Well, Jill's a very good pretender.
Yeah.
We just need to be clear on when she needs to do so.
Right.
Because she puts 100% into everything.
Yes.
That's why we like her.
Jell is maximum effort. Maximum effort Jell, for sure.
That's what we're going to end up calling her.
Yeah, Bam Bam just leads everybody in song to come to.
She's now
continue the bluff.
Maximum effort.
M-A-M-E.
Yeah.
Or just M-A. Just Ma. Just Jell's code name is going to be Ma. Yeah?
Yeah, we need to pretend with this guy. I don't know about him, and I appreciate you checking him out for me, but you gotta pretend that you're not. Like, we're being super secret spies right now.
Why?
Because not all grown-ups are good grown-ups. Some grown-ups need us more than others, and they don't like to take help from little kids. So, I mean, some just don't understand that the Jump Rangers are badass. Don't tell my mom I said that. But some Jump Rangers are badass. And we need to kind of help him without knowing we're helping him this time. So if you can take a little peek and then tell me so I can talk to Bam Bam so Bam Bam can say the right things at the right time.
Singing songs so the guy doesn't hear you.
We love Bam Bam's singing voice too. But
my mom told me about Cher one time. Guy, have you ever heard of Cher?
It's like a game, and we can't do this game if he finds out what we're doing. It's a different kind of hide and seek.
She believed in life after love.
All right. Do me a favor. Do me a favor, Liz. Let's see. Now this is just to make sure that there's no botches here. But I want you to make a roll. It's not I only need 2 victories from you to make this work.
All right.
It's a heart roll. What do you bring to this? To sort of like really?
Oh, to encourage her. I don't know, because that's Bam Bam's job. Hold on.
Yep. Because Jell's coachable. She's just
mindful.
Yes.
And clever.
Yes.
Yeah.
And smart.
Yes.
And we can use stuff of psychic and far-seeing, but I don't think they actually take part in this part of this because I'm talking to her.
Yeah, you're connecting with her.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you psychic. I'm gonna give you psychic.
Clever,
I'm gonna give you psychic, but not far-seeing because because
we're
it's about the connection. It's not so much
Yep.
seeing the future. It's about imprinting like there's a little bit
Yep.
of okay. So that's
so mindful and clever and smart,
and psychic.
psychic.
Basic training is 5.
Yep.
Anything else?
There's a few that I like for it, but not so much.
Okay. You have a target of 5. Go ahead, roll your heart.
Okay.
Give me 2 victories.
2, 1,
Okay.
You're-
7,
You're
Okay.
good.
3. And if I re-roll the 1, I got the 7.
Great. Okay. You feel confident that Gel's
I
received
feel
them.
confident.
Yeah.
God, Jill, don't let me down.
Okay.
Jill's a smarty pants. Jill got it.
hmm
Jill understands games.
All right.
Jill's good at games.
You get back to the place, and Gel smiles at Griff and says, "Thank you for the potty break."
What?
Potty break.
Wait, who said that?
Jill.
Jill
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
Oh, the guy said that. I was like, that. We're about to have
No.
Now,
You
it came from a
Ah.
6-year-old. Totally
Sorry.
appropriate.
Yeah. I was like, okay. No. Oh, yeah. Jill. You're welcome, guy. Jill.
All right. How is it? It seems like, and this may just be completely like my own latent, like psychological stuff, but it seems like every single game we wind up stuck with a new shit-headed dude. It seems like we're working our way through the genres.
Yeah.
It hadn't occurred to me until just this minute, but
There's just so many. There's so many, and they're so convenient. How could it not?
it's a constant. It's a constant.
It's not like it's a stretch.
Art is a
No,
reflection
it
of
makes
life.
sense though.
Yeah.
It's kind of somewhat the theme of your game.
It
Especially, they are a greater
Like in a
challenge
very
for
subtle,
kids,
deep
too.
down way, but not in like a
systems of power. Like
yeah, that's what I mean.
There's
Yeah.
no question in my mind that the Saurian horde is Donald Trump and the Loom are Elon Musk. Like
Yeah.
It's very reflective of the kind of like stories that people in power tell themselves about who they are and versus who they really are. That's and letting kids experiment with that and play with that and learn about it before they wind up stuck in it is a big part of it for sure. If I get banned in China, that would be the reason why.
Yeah.
So how about it? What do you think? I will help you raid the computer's data decks and get your hands on everything this mothership has to offer. And you can break it down and share it with as many colonies as you want to if you help me hit the undersword lockers first.
Now, what do you want? What's in the undersword lockers? What's in there other than the usual? Because clearly you would want something special out of there.
Oh, the usual is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for scales because sometimes I go to Soros. Scales are Saurian or undersword currency. Rexors don't need money. Underswords do. There are undersword markets where you can buy things. So
can I buy things?
If you go to an undersword market.
The underswords are nice?
It depends. No, I wouldn't say nice.
So do you work? So you like, you know them.
Sometimes.
You hang out with them.
There's a few underswords.
That's kind of cool.
I'm pretty cool.
What's dinosaur dudes
I'm a cool
like?
person. Well, same thing anybody does. They work for a living. They try to get by, and they try to take care of their families. It's a struggle out there. You know how it is. And there's going to be in lockup. There's going to be weapons. I'd like to get my hands on a few crates of disruptors.
Okay.
I'd like to get my hands on a few crates of disruption mines. I'd like to get some supplies.
But how do we transport all that?
Well, we're going to have to haul it back here, and then from here...
Well, do you have stuff to do that with?
We're going to have to carry each crate. We're gonna have to.
Yeah, but that's like 1,500 crates. So
No. Just. I mean, if we could get 10 crates into a safe place behind the walls,
and then we could move it from there.
and then we can move it from there. And then in the meantime, I want to make sure
Do you not know how carts work, guy? Can you not make a cart?
Not around
Do we
here.
need to teach you how to make a cart? Watch me make a cart.
You think you can get it? You think you can cart 10 crates across an understore, across the Saurian mothership?
Not necessarily all 10 crates, but I can make a crate so you can move more at once instead of one box per person. That's dumb. Work smarter, not harder. That's like one of the oldest human phrases.
Okay, I'm open to suggest. See, this is why I need Jump Rangers. This is what you bring to the table.
But like, okay. But here's the deal.
What's the deal? Tell me the deal. I'm ready. I'm all ears.
If this is a setup and you're trying to double cross me in some way, mark my words.
Okay.
I will make sure that I am well into being an adult before your suffering ends.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, Sir Tholomew.
Well, that's
Sir
I know better than
Surgeon Old.
Either way, she was nicer to Loom than she is to you. So.
Well, if that tells me.
And we captured them.
Yeah.
Captured some Loom, huh?
Yeah, I did.
Pretty good at stuff.
We are.
Okay. Well,
we could make a card, is all I'm saying. But also, I'm watching you. I don't know about you. Smell like a
yeah.
Okay.
Man-shaped.
Is anybody trying to get a read on this guy?
Oh yeah, I mean,
well, Bill's supposed to be. I'm too busy trying to figure out how to steal from him.
All right,
Bam Bam's reads would be more of like
y'all gotta take care of him because I'm making plans.
Okay. Bam Bam's reads would be more like this.
Bam Bam's gonna say stuff and watch for his reactions.
Yeah, Bam Bam's reads are more traditional.
And Jell can only tell us if
my gosh, Jell.
Like if there is something like massive going on, she'll figure that
out.
Yep. Jell is like trying not to project.
I'm literally.
Do you need to go to the bathroom again?
I just need to switch places with Jell. I feel like I just should do this myself. Bam Bam, what do you think?
Well, I mean, I can't have that conversation with you in front of this guy, but
no, but we can.
That's true. Yeah, she's just gonna look at.
I don't feel like I should need to
give you the look like deal with that, fix that. Like Bambi would just give you the look, like a quick look that just tells you, yeah, you got to deal, like fix whatever's going on.
Okay.
All right.
So that guy's paying attention to her making the face again.
Yeah.
Bam Bam's literally gonna like do the theater thing and kind of like start blocking the scene in slightly another direction. And she's gonna kind of like start moving on with the topic. So she's gonna say, okay, so do you have like a map that you can show me of like where you want to do this from? Like, can we start looking at this?
I can draw a map.
Yeah, come here. And I kind of like huddle him over to me so he and I can like actually like work for a second. And on something, and while the two of them are kind of like figuring out whatever is going on. I'm covering for.
I want Jell to Jell needs to learn now. There's a little mentoring moment. So Jell has now got to listen.
Okay.
All right.
Yep.
So Jell needs to connect with me, and I'll connect with him and Bam Bam, and I'll let Bam Bam know what he's thinking.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and pull up your spirit dice.
Woohoo!
I'll be right back. I'm gonna get water.
You have a lot of spirit. I'm excited about that one.
Okay. Tell me what you bring to this roll, and then we'll add Jell's.
All right. I'm absolutely taking smart, untamed, psychic, far-seeing for this one, and stealth because he's got to not know. Improv.
6. Yep.
Clever.
Yep.
Mindful because it's a teaching moment.
Yep.
Quick-witted.
Yep.
And I'm going to use this as one of my authority rolls.
Okay, great. So that's
I forgot that was from last time. I never got to roll for it.
That's 7 plus 2 automatic victories. And don't forget to subtract a die for Gel. Gel is going to add... Oh, that's not Gel. That's Griff. 1, 2...
Gel's got to be hella spirit.
3.
Plus
yeah, but you don't get to add the spirit dice. You just get to
that's
add...
true, huh? Shit, Gel did this. Probably more spirit than I do.
But you are the one leading the effort. So you have 5 automatic victories, and you get to roll into a target of 7.
And I still have 5 dice left to roll.
Great.
After taking one out. So 7, 3, 5, 2, 1.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, I only had 5. So end at 2. I don't need to reroll the 1.
Okay, great. Without a doubt, this man is planning on double crossing you. His whole idea is to get you to help him rob way more than anyone would tolerably allow out of the undersword quarters, to take all the money, to take as many weapons as possible, hide them somewhere on the ship, and then send you in to raid the computer into the bridge where you're going to be surrounded by Rexors, and then allow you to be discovered so that the missing items will be explained.
Bam, I have a plan. Does that mean that my roll was successful?
Very successful, yes.
I got my first roll for authority. Woohoo!
Okay.
Good
I
job.
heard all of that. So,
all right, I have a plan. What if we do exactly the same thing, except that we're not greedy, and we get him caught? He's the one with friends. He can figure out how to get himself out of it. We wouldn't be able to do that. We don't have friends there yet.
we'll talk about this later. Let me deal with him real quick. Okay, so I'm she's taking it from you. She's noted.
Yeah.
I want time to think about this. And then she's going to continue with him, looking at the maps, understanding the place as much as she can.
So
and then you're going to be manipulative. He may not be giving her an accurate map.
So the place you're trying to hit up is about halfway across the ship from this particular location, from the trash docks. It's in the middle of the ship. It's central to the undersword quarters. So it's one of the more central undersword areas. I don't know if we've talked about Saurian architecture, but the Rexor areas are cavernous. They provide the Rexors with lots of room to run, but that's not very efficient in terms of use of space. So what they do is they kind of pack the exterior of the Rexor quarters with anything that might need to be easily accessed. You know what I mean? Ship systems and things of this nature get built around that. And then the undersword spaces are made out of what's left. So sometimes they're weirdly shaped. Sometimes, corridors won't always, as you know now, have a flooring. Sometimes there'll be ceiling grates or wall grates that the underswords can scamper across because they're very good at climbing.
We should make an undersword friend. Just saying.
Yeah, we need to make an undersword friend. That's something that Bam Bam is that's a good thought in her brain.
Yep.
Your thought.
So this particular space is one of the things that the underswords, undersword engineers, will always provide a safe place for people to put their stuff and locker it up. And there's going to be a lot of storage crates in there. It's going to be as close to a warehouse space as you could possibly manage. It's more like a storage closet, a very big storage closet, where things can be kept securely, and where underswords can, because underswords sleep in racks, they sleep in bunks on motherships. It's not particularly private.
Okay.
So this is a space.
Yeah.
So this is a place where they can personal bells, personal belongings, things of that nature.
And some of them walking in or out. Yeah.
And now I need to put this in the notes as well.
So she's gonna continue to look at all this with him. She's gonna get a sense of it, and then she's gonna kind of be like, "Okay, well, thank you for this. information. This is really helpful. Do you mind if we take, like, how fast do you want to do this? Is this something you're trying to get done quick, or is this something you want, like, to take a couple days to really plan?
We've got about 4 days.
Okay, so we can take a couple days here
You
and
can
really
take.
think this out and be smart about
I'll
it.
give you a day to think it over.
Yeah, and I'll come to you with, like, my thoughts so we can collaborate here.
Okay.
Starting to like you more, man. This is pretty cool. Thanks.
I'm an easy guy to like.
Oh, I bet you are. Well, we're gonna go.
I'm actually kind of tired. Is there any place that we can go
Yeah.
just to kind of be just girls? I feel a little weird.
Yeah, we kind of need to set up
As
our
a
own camp.
strange
No
man.
offense. We don't want to encroach on your space. You've clearly, put a lot of thought and effort into this facilitating just you.
You're the Jump Rangers. You know your way around.
All right. Well, we'll see you around. We'll see you tomorrow.
All right. And sure enough, he's right. Like, there's plenty of spaces in this part of the ship where you can
And we
find.
check them for cameras.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, we would
Actually,
definitely
that
go
would be
outside of
good.
his camera range for sure.
Outside
Yep.
of camera range, or somewhere that is partially visible by camera, so he can feel like he has an eye on us.
Yeah, but something that wouldn't
Maybe
have an
stick-
audio pickup.
Maybe and stick gel there. Give her some mending to do so she can practice mending.
The
Jump
cameras
Rangers.
were just in the one
Just
area.
place.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
So if you wanted to
So
Just
he was
surrounding him
looking for other
immediately,
people
yeah.
to come along.
and
That's
more to
smart,
the point,
actually.
he also knows where human settlers would be most likely to colonize this ship. There is a spot where like everyone knows and is trained kind of how to handle the systems there, so that you can kind of start moving in and even start siphoning basic ship resources.
for a
And-
long time if he's got cameras in there.
So yes, that's true.
Yeah.
This place looks like it's been set up for quite some time.
Yeah,
And-
he's been here a long time.
And here's the other thing. As far as you know, this mothership is undiscovered.
Yeah.
So the fact that that Sudro
He's on an
Paxis,
undiscovered one. Yeah.
and he's been here for quite some time.
And he's saying he's part of a colony supply thing. I mean, from the get-go, he was suspicious.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, while they were looking at, like, Bam Bam's pad and, like, doing that kind of stuff, she probably would have found a way to snap a photo of him to see if he comes up on any criminal databases that might exist.
You don't have any criminal databases.
Okay, I didn't know, so I wanted to ask.
But you
he
raised.
would want to know if he's somebody that's been heard of. You know what I mean?
That's a good theory. Is what I will say. You're on to
Or if
something.
he's somebody who's disappeared famously or infamously.
Nope. There's no record of this person in any information that you have.
I mean, how old does he look? Like he's what, 40s?
No, he's younger. He's
30 something.
He's almost in his 30s.
Okay, so he's a young guy.
Yeah.
I kept picturing him as like a 43-year-old.
But the two of you, like the two of you, he's
old.
He's old.
Yeah. Yeah, the children, everybody's old.
Yeah.
He's
but he's young enough that he's a like, what's his body like? Is he like? Did he look like he was a very fit person? Did he look like he just?
I would describe. Yeah, he's a little scrawny. He's obviously been living on motherships for a long time. You know what? Did he look like a pirate? Why don't?
Yeah, maybe not, because if he looked like a pirate, I would have liked him.
Make a mind check to see if you can kind of like size him up.
Yeah, but as we're like walking away.
Yeah.
I'm saying goodnight to him. Is he like handsome enough that an 11-year-old will be like, he's kind of cute?
Yes. Yes.
My standards were lower as an 11-year-old than they are now.
Yeah. Oh, exactly. I don't know. I have pretty high standards. I wasn't a huge fan of Zorro, so Guy Williams was like.
He kind of seems like a space scoundrel as played by the late Anton Yelkin.
Oh no!
Like, okay, I was kind of picturing that kind of look. Like, yeah. Rest in peace, Anton.
Yes.
But yeah.
So what? How many mind dice do you have? You're doing a mind.
Me or Bam Bam?
You are the one who asked the question. So
All right.
So how many mind dice do you have? 4? Okay.
I have 5.
You have
Yeah.
5. What do you bring to this roll?
Curious,
Yep.
mindful, heartless.
Yep.
Judging him. I'm judging him hard.
Yeah.
And honestly, I feel
Discerning.
like this is a survival role because it just that level of. Did you just say discerning?
Yeah.
Because that level of discernment.
Yeah.
It's
is
not a
kind of.
It's a survival.
How is that
skill.
not a survival tool? Let me
That
explain
is
something to
100%
you.
a survival skill.
I am. That is literally the thing that has kept me alive and safe with men my entire life.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That has been my number one survival skill: is being able to size up a man and go.
He has no chill. I need to
And
leave
I learned that the
now.
hard way.
Okay.
To be clear.
All right.
So this one I'm going to fight for.
Okay.
But that's all I got, other than psychic, which
I mean,
clearly
Psychic.
that's
yeah.
not going to tell his.
I
No.
wish more people had that discernment.
Okay, you have
but,
you have 5. You have
Okay.
a target of 5.
All right. 4,
Let's go.
6, 7, 4, 5.
Okay. So everything that he's wearing is modified undersore clothes or salvaged on what must be a Saurian world. He's not wearing anything that was made in a colony. He's wearing things that were made out of salvaged materials. So, but those resources, those things were salvaged and rebuilt with a sense of craft. So he is from some place where they have specialized work, where people do things and that's their job to do them, but also where they're not growing anything. You see what I'm saying? They're not making anything new. None of this was printed.
They're taking materials and repurposing them.
Yes, and they're
They're
doing
recyclers.
it well.
He's coming from a place of recycling.
He does have a blaster, and it seems to be in good working order. He's very comfortable in his clothes, which means that he grew up in the place where he came from. Like wherever he got these clothes, he's been wearing them his whole life. Not these clothes, but he doesn't feel
This is natural to him.
very.
Yeah.
He doesn't seem phased by the fact that he's on a Saurian mothership. And he's
very comfortable.
And he's being smart about it. He's not running around and exploring. He's letting you do that. So
yeah.
He knows that he's not in control of this environment. And he's not pretending to be. And he's not trying not to be a grown-up in this space. He's playing it as safe as he possibly can without pushing things as far as.
So clearly he avoids the dinosaur people.
Yep. He's got a lot of pockets.
Yeah.
He's got 2 cargo crates. And what's in the cargo crates? Like something possibly to trade. Like your first thought is that he is smuggling things to human colonies when he lands there.
Right, but
which I have more respect for than some things.
But why would he just not But why would he want to double cross us as Jump Rangers? People that could help, that would be totally happy to.
Clearly, they are not Jump Ranger connected. These are not.
Like whoever he's working for or with is a selfish entity.
Yes.
That does not share with other humans.
Yep.
And actively avoids it.
If he was on his own, he could not afford to be throwing Jump Rangers under the bus. You see what I'm saying? Like if he was on his own,
so, not a pirate, but maybe a Ravager,
or something. Maybe
some kind of raiders, some selfish entity, whether it's like a group of humans who feel like they are better than other humans and their way of life is better, or some situation like okay, just like here's my next question. Are there groups of humans we know of that are not part of the overall collective that have a reputation of some kind?
Yes,
is there some general information we're aware of that might help us connect who he might be based on what we know so far?
Make a mind roll. Make a mind roll, Buster.
Yeah, I'm trying to extrapolate here. Like
Yep.
what? Like, you know, she's
Yeah,
like
do we
tapping the
have- do we
pad,
have-
like,
do we
it's
have
at the
lore
tip
to
of my
draw from?
tongue.
Yep.
What are these guys called? You know?
Yep. You're gonna need a lot of victories to pull this information.
That's
out.
fair.
Like,
No, that's totally fair.
so.
And she's willing to like sit down and start fucking
Yep.
start
Right, we get one.
researching.
We get one.
I didn't finish it. I said,
I don't know if Gel would have anything, but you're welcome to use anything I've got that might.
You can tell I'm on. Like I'm like about something when I'm starting to throw them around. Like a sign of my focus coming out. Okay, what was it? It was a mind roll, you said?
Yep. And do you remember what you were trying to get? Or you failed your roll. You failed your right?
I failed something, but I felt like we started something new.
Do you remember what it was?
I don't know. Let me look.
I wish
Oh yeah, it was.
you
The last
might
one was
draw.
trustworthy. I just didn't name one again last time.
Okay. Do you wanna...
I think with what we're doing right now, investigation or investigative or whatever you want the word to be, but some kind of investigative.
Do you have
That's why I
type of
ended up with
word.
curious.
Do you have curious?
No, but like curious isn't the same. Like this is like actively trying to understand something
That
more
is
so
a
than like
training.
I'm interested.
That is a training. Like if you want a skill in investigation, you have to train in investigation, which you can do. But
that's okay. That's fair. Then I will eventually. So that's a fair point because it's not a virtue.
Yep.
I don't know.
It would be.
Yeah, like intuition, because there is a lot of intuition going on here. Like
yes,
for her, like trusting instinct. So yeah, intuitive I think is the one to start with today.
Okay. All right.
Because it was trustworthy, and I was like, yeah, even if I had made rolls, I would have said it's not good for me to get trustworthy because I was not being trustworthy. I was actively not being trustworthy.
Yes.
Okay, so here we go. And then my mind is 5. So here you go. Here's my skills: basic, strategy, combat, piloting, and loom
I'm not going to
technology.
give you combat. I'm not going to give you.
Yeah, no, it's not competitive.
So
situation.
no, just
piloting. No,
I'm going to
loom
say
technology,
basic.
not
I'm
at all.
going to give you basic and strategy.
Yeah, exactly. I knew that was coming. Virtues: assertive, focused, cool.
Yeah.
Relentless.
Yes.
Yeah.
You use
Inspiring.
relentless so much, considering.
No.
I know. Righteous. Somewhat. I think righteous has. There's a little bit of. I need to understand how unrighteous or righteous somebody is.
You're keeping us safe.
Yep.
That's a righteous action.
And then of course we're working on intuitive, so that's at the end.
You have a target of 6, and you have 4 dice in mind or 5.
5.
Okay, roll them. Let's see what we do.
Yeah. And then roll them all at once. Oh yeah! There we go. 5, 1, 2, 5, 1.
Okay.
So I gotta re-roll 2 1s real quick. So I'm just gonna re-roll that whole thing again and take the first 2. 3, 3.
That's so much better than last time.
You don't know.
Jinx it.
You don't know what we're talking about here exactly, or who we're talking about here exactly. But what you do know is that this person is deliberately hiding their existence from the colony, but they must have been doing business with the colony, or at least certain colonists.
Okay.
Right? Because why would they be on this ship otherwise, other than it's a trade route? That mothership, he's set up here. He's on a trade route. You see what I'm saying? Just like a Jump Ranger would. He's on this ship going from human colony to... And then this mothership goes away, and he's making sure that people don't board this mothership. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. And eventually, and we already know he wants to double cross us. So
how many other people has he gotten caught before?
He's carrying.
How many people got ed because of him?
He's carrying information or something, and he's trading with people who don't want to get caught, and he's doing it in a number of different colonies and pretending and convincing people to stay off this mothership in the process. Whoever he's talking with, people aren't trying to get on board this mothership. You see what I'm saying? So ultimately...
So obviously, like, a supply is coming from this mothership.
A supply is coming from this mothership from somewhere else. And probably from the people... Because the mothership is just a vehicle, right? He's transported. So there's a stop somewhere on this trade route where he is resupplying. He's taking in instead of offloading. And that's probably where his clothes came from. If he's keeping all this a secret, he's keeping it a secret because the colony leaders won't like it.
So now I'm starting to wonder if he works directly with undersource of some political leaning of some kind.
But why would they? Why would undersource work with a human? Your theory, your prevailing theory, in your mind somewhere, you have just reinvented organized crime. Like, something else is happening here. This isn't normal. This
is about profit and not
somebody is benefiting from all these trades, and they're giving him the things that he needs to trade, and they're probably even taking orders. He's probably going back with a list of things, and they're using a network of money. He's probably not the only person doing this.
Yeah, no, it would be an organized, she probably knows, like,
somewhere in the middle of all that is somebody who's pulling in all of the stuff from all of the motherships and sending.
My dad said I'm not old enough to watch those few Soprano episodes.
I'm going to excuse myself for 1 second and use the bathroom. I will be right back. I will leave you to discuss this. I will return very shortly.
Yeah.
I wonder who's the boss.
Look. Just when they thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
I think we're not the first people who have been here other than him.
Yeah.
And that makes me worry that
he's done this.
Caught or hurt.
I think my dad said they're called patsies.
The right thing to do would be to get him into authorities. I don't know that I want him to get eaten either, but we need to make it so he can't catch us or turn us over to the dinosaurs.
This is what we do. We make him think the dinosaurs caught us.
Okay.
He gets off with his hitch. Without a hitch and everything, he gets off with his little score.
We're taking some of it, right?
And then we show up at the meeting.
I am good with that, but we're taking some of it, though, right?
It's so much fun. I want to do mafia.
But we're gonna fill our pockets, right?
Yeah, for us and humanity, not for selfishness.
Well, that's what I mean, because we can't just let him take it. We've got to have some of it.
Do you think?
Because I don't know that we'll be able to take anything back.
You were talking about being friends with an undersort earlier.
I'm just saying.
I wonder if there is a way for, like,
we can find one. We found the only loom in the whole universe.
But it makes me wonder if there's, like, undersort, like, mafia that's, like, working with, I guess, some kind of human organized crime.
If he has undersort bosses, we need to make this underboss. Even if it's a human boss, we need to make his boss know that we're better for these jobs.
Yeah, we're way cooler.
Because if we can do these jobs, then we can help our people too. Because, like, why do we have to be separate? There's only so many humans.
Yeah. Why can't we have organized crime?
Why can't we be a bridge from humans to humans? Why does it only have to be humans to live?
We're kids. There won't be any RICO charges.
I don't know anybody.
Space. Nobody even knows what RICO charges mean anymore.
I'm just saying, as long as we get some.
Yeah, and then they better have.
But I think we should follow him if we can.
We should trade all the weapons for all of the robots.
I want some scales, though. I've never had scales before. I want some scales.
Yeah.
I never had money.
You know what? But what if he's what if there's some kind of, like, organized crime network between undersource and humans that we don't even know about? Like, that would be so cool. Do you think we could be friends with dinosaur guys? And then we could, like, they probably make really weird snacks.
They probably do make weird
snacks. And my hoverboard was really cool too.
Yeah.
Look, I'm just saying, I would be a very good crime boss. I know when you have to just get things done.
Yeah, we could just have. You could have one. You could have one gang on one side of the galaxy, and I could have the other gang, and we never get mad at each other.
Ever, because we're best friends.
Yeah.
And we would run stuff.
There's
and you would
no
tell.
wars.
Uh-uh. And then we have dinosaur best friends
Yeah.
Um,
That wear suits and little hats.
and don't want to eat people or hurt them.
It's like that Star Trek episode, A Piece of the Action, except dinosaurs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
so
First, we get to put stuff in our pockets. We get to keep a few weapons. I get some
Okay.
scales.
But
So, what do we do to trap him? How do we?
we're gonna use him as a bargaining chip to become friends
We're
with
gonna
the
let him go where
Underswords.
he's going.
Yes. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna let him double cross us, quote unquote. And but before he gets a chance to double cross, we're gonna have a plan. We're gonna get out of that. He's gonna think we're caught, but really what's gonna happen is we're gonna put him in a compromising position where we could turn him over to the Underswords, and then we will become all their bosses. Because we did
There's
them a
episode that
favor.
we didn't talk about yet because we got to see what happens.
okay, yeah,
This
like
is a good plan.
right. It's definitely one of those internet plans where it's like steal the stuff, stuff happens, crime lord. Now,
We don't steal all this stuff. But
So clarify to me again.
Here's a question though.
Wait.
Do we get him caught by the Underswords, or do we follow him to where he's going and see who his boss is now?
That's what I'm saying. That's
Oh,
what
okay.
I'm saying. We show that was the original.
So we don't
plan.
have to, 'cause I'm really
the
stealthy.
Undersword part is kind of whatever. We'll make that work. We don't need him to be friends with the Underswords. We'll be fine. But what we'll do is we will let him double cross us. We won't actually get caught. In fact, the Underswords will all be friends with us because we're the best. And then he'll get off with his little thing, right? His little hijinks, and we'll show up at the meeting between him and whoever. And we'll be like, yeah, we're better, and we're the crime bosses now. We run this. We're going to take over a criminal network. And to the benefit of the Jump Rangers and humanity.
I think that there should be agreements in place. I just feel like there's not enough people for people not to be helping.
In our gang, there's no such thing as drive-by shootings. There is drive-by throwing candy at people.
I can have more of that in my life.
We don't let them sleep with the fishes. We let them.
Hold that thought just a moment. Siri, turn off nano lines.
so you're going to accept Griff's terms, and you're going to help him rob the Undersword locker.
Yeah, but we're keeping tabs on him now, so we know when he's pulling it, when he's pulling his crap.
Before bed, let's go find some Underswords and make friends right away.
Okay.
We do need to do some exploring. Should we take Jel with us, or should we let Jel sleep?
Oh, we should. Let's get a papoose.
I mean, she's too big for me to carry. She's almost
well.
As big as I am.
Don't forget. You need to be teaching Jel.
Yeah.
Like
actual,
gotta
teach her
the skills. We'd be all in on this plan of everybody.
So she can learn the skills. She can climb with us.
Okay.
She can do the stuff. This is
time
for cardio.
So the first thing would be basic training. Exactly.
Yeah.
So Jel does not.
Yeah.
So let's get Jel basic training here.
Or at least a phase of basic training.
Does basic training include being the lookout? Because
you can give Jel whatever jobs you think are going to help Jel master the broad spectrum of what a Jump Ranger needs to be, and you can do cooperative actions with Jel if you want to. The trick is to give Jel 3 things that Jel needs to succeed at. Jel needs to go succeed at 3 different actions.
Right.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Yeah, so if we're going to be moving around and climbing, so they should be based on movement. So, like, the first one should be stuff like, we're going to give her tasks like, oh, there's, like, these little rods sticking up. You need to, like, do circles around them as we're walking behind you. Like, run laps. And then we would have another one where it's like, we need you to climb a whole wall that sucks, and we're all going to burn for it. It's going to suck ass. Pardon me. I keep cursing today. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Well, finding a wall like that, yes, go ahead.
What if we make it her job so we can kind of be efficient about this? Because I'm lazy, and, I've already done a lot of walking in my life.
Now she needs to learn.
What if we have... You saw the maps. If you can show her the maps and have her find her, follow her with her while she kind of takes us to different areas of the ship that
That
we
would be
need
perfect.
to scout before he takes us there.
Oh, that's such a good idea. Letting her
Kind of
be
go on
like
the
the
side and
scout.
we need to scan
Like
the
we hang
terrain
back
a
a few
little.
steps while she sort of stealthies her way around.
That way if she
Okay.
gets lost or mixed up, we can help her.
And we're close by
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
in case there's trouble.
All right.
But also I can just
So go ahead. So let's see here. 1,
Hi, Whittles.
2, 3. Okay. What do you have to offer? Do you want both to coach her or just one of you?
Both of us, because we'll just be
Okay.
kind of.
Okay.
We'll eventually like camp
we
somewhere, but
definitely both have our strengths. So,
but we want to
Okay.
find like where there might be some movement so we can observe.
All right. So
Again, scouting. Teaching her scouting. The next
Yep.
phase will be teaching her how to observe.
Okay. So what do you have for scouting? What do you both have for scouting to lend to this role?
Stealth.
Yep.
Traversal.
Yep.
I don't have stealth. I thought I did.
have stealth and traversal
strategy.
and far seeing. You have
Yep.
strategy.
That's right. Basic, of course.
Yep.
Combat, because strategy is good. Combat is well planned strategy, in my opinion.
All right. Jell absolutely succeeds on that roll.
Yeah.
And
She got us.
it takes you a little extra time, but you do find your way to the undersore lockers, and it's exactly as I've described. There's a couple. So oftentimes in Saurian motherships, corridors will amount to just a catwalk or even an upside down catwalk or vertical climbing wall that is part of like huge Star Wars-esque chasms full of steam and red light that descend into the bowels of the mothership. So the three of you wind up climbing your way to a catwalk and then lowering yourself into a hallway. And around the corner, there's 2 guards, which are off duty actually. Like the undersores are watching their stuff and making sure nobody gets in and out. It's a volunteer kind of like off duty position that they do to support each other. But there is security at the locker room. There's one air vent in and out as well, and that's it. So you find
out holes.
And there's people.
What if we just steal some of the stuff early?
That's why I was looking for little holes, a little place to keep a thing or two, Or
I see.
several.
So
just if we set some aside, then because then he sees that he got it all clean when we go in there with him. But it needs to be something that he wouldn't catch. So I feel like he's been doing this long enough that he might not trust us. I'm just saying. Then again,
I see what you're saying.
We have adorable faces.
This room isn't going to have access to other ship systems because it is not something that the engineers are going to be very invested in. This is just a safe place to put stuff. So they're not going to put like access panels. But you can get in and out through the air vent. There is one air vent. It's musky in there. It's not nice, but that is one place where you can gain entrance. You see what I'm saying? But it's not like you can open up a panel and gain access to like the conduits that run power to and fro. There's nothing like that because because they don't want to. The people who built this room don't want to deal with it. This is not a vital ship system. It's just something. Frankly, it's a luxury for undersores to the extent that undersores get luxuries.
That's okay. I'll fill my pockets. We'll take it out through the air vent.
All right.
So we got to slip in before this day is done.
So
just got to check it out. A little dry run.
Okay. So you're gonna sneak into this room through the air vent. Do you want Shell to do that work?
What do you think, Bam Bam? Technically, you're the boss.
Yeah.
Yep. She is the smallest. Shell has 2 dice in body. If you ever get asked for a roll for which you do not have dice. Now, one thing we haven't had to deal with up until now is the damage system. But you'll notice on your character sheets, if you have character sheets, above above the strengths, you'll see that there's damage. Each box of damage, except for the first one, each point of damage subtracts one of the strength dice that you can roll. So technically, Jel could have 3 points of damage before she. But if you ever, the point is this: if you're ever, oh, what a baby! If you're ever asked for a roll for which you have no dice, you automatically fail catastrophically. Like, and if you're in danger in any way of falling unconscious, you go unconscious. That's what puts you under. So you do not want Shell rolling 0 dice, which means you both can't help her do this. It's too much. She can't handle it. Does one of you want to help her with this and roll 1 die?
I'll go.
Okay.
I'm the one with the most body.
All right. Well, you don't want Jel. It's a good thing for her to do if you want to help her with stealth. I want to be clear about the risks.
Yeah. Well, I don't want her to get hurt.
Jill needs to at least watch, though. But yeah, I'm okay with the most body doing the dry run because this will show Jill what she needs to do later.
And I'm gonna go for my intuition here because hopefully my intuition will keep me from getting in any trouble.
Okay. And this is your second intuition check, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. All right. What do you have? What do you have to get in there unnoticed? Now, this is also a room that underswords are regularly coming and going from.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say that in this room, right, it's a fairly large room and there's lockers. It's spread out much like a locker room with a cargo area with crates in the back. But I'm going to say that there are currently 3 underswords in this room.
Okay.
So you find a corner as far away from them as possible. It's a body roll. What are you bringing to the roll to get into the room without anybody?
Of course, basic.
Yep.
Strategy. Combat,
yes.
no.
Not combat.
Piloting,
no.
Loom tech, no. Virtues, assertive, focused.
I'll give you focused.
Cool.
It's cool.
And I'm trying to keep cool.
Yep.
Relentless.
No.
Inspiring.
No.
Righteous and intuitive is what I'm working on.
You have a target of 4.
Okay. Watch me.
I look forward to your success.
Ha 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 ha! 5, 5, 2, 4, 1.
5, 5, 2, 4, 1. Reroll the 1.
Yep. 1.
Wow! Keep rolling those 1s.
2.
Okay. All right. Let's see here.
Wiggles.
Nope. Okay. You, and that was a no to the undersource. So you loosen the grate, very gently pull it inside, and slip your legs out and hand down and drop down to the floor of this locker room.
Okay.
And it is a whole array of basically of smallish vaults lockers with a cargo pallets off to the back loaded with basically chests, cargo containers, personal sized cargo containers full of who knows what.
Right.
Either personal belongings or munitions, whatever they might have in here, whatever undersource might need to keep safe.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I've kind of got the layout of the room. I mean, now I know what I'm looking for. I mean, I'll yoink something that's small enough for me to scramble back to the vent.
You're going to try and break into one of these lockers? Or are you going to go for one of the chests? The chest is going to have to be unpacked. You can't fit the chest through the air vent.
And then, well, I mean, the locker I just basically open and just grab things from, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm like debating,
which is easier, which is more, it's more risk of being seen.
There's lockers all around you. The chests are at the end of the hall, so you're going to have to move more.
So the chest is a little more incognito. Yeah, let's do a chest.
Well, what I'm saying is, you can pick a locker right here. but you have to you have to cross the room to get to the chests. So you run the risk of
Let's not do
detection.
the chest until he's with us, because then like
Yeah. Let's look
he
in the
wants
locker.
what's in there, so he'll be careful with those.
Let's pick a random locker.
Okay.
nearby.
All right. Go ahead and see if you can open it. Make a. This is
Body.
you're trying to. Yeah. This is a mind roll to see if you
Okay,
can hack your.
same amount. I've got 5 in that. Too.
Okay. So what do you have to
Okay.
to hack a digital lock?
You got your data pad.
Yeah, I do definitely have that. So while Loom technology isn't specific to this situation, it's not Loom.
This is
I think it falls under tech though. Like I have enough familiarity with some tech to like kind of figure it out based on that.
Nope. It's
okay.
Nope.
That's totally different. Okay.
Yeah, you can get a broader education in technology. If you just have technology, then yes, that will work for you.
Yeah.
But
I like how I got a skill that's like not gonna help me at this point in the game.
Yes, you did.
Okay, so I got piloting, combat, strategy, training.
No, none of
and
those.
Then for
Basic,
virtues,
yes. Yeah.
For virtues, I've got assertive, focused, cool, relentless, inspiring, righteous.
Relentless. Target of 5.
Okay. And then 5, you said mind.
I need 4 victories at least.
1, 7, 7, 3, 5. Let me re-roll the 1.
Oh my
7.
gosh. Okay. So you enter. You kind of eyeball this Saurian lock that you've never seen before, and and you go and you start punching numbers into it, just trying to like figure it out, and it goes right in your face, and you hear like you think you've attracted the attention of someone.
Is there a slot nearby I can be in? Is there something nearby I can just slip into real fast?
Roll hide.
Like,
let's see what you can do to hide. Let's make a.
Okay, what's hide?
This is a body check, I'm gonna say.
Okay, body. Okay, another 5 for me.
What do you have to make yourself scarce in this? There's not a lot of spaces.
Yeah. Of course, basic training, strategy, combat, piloting, loom tech.
I'll give you strategy.
Yeah, I figured. Assertive, focused, cool, relentless, inspiring,
cool,
righteous.
Relentless. Target of 5.
Okay.
And
let's go.
Let's see.
Why did you do it? Why did you do it?
Let's pull up.
Oh God! Oh no!
You make it sound bad.
Okay, it was a 4, and then the rest of them are 8s.
Oh no!
They came for me. For me.
So you.
I do not hide.
There's a like many locker rooms. There's a bench right down the middle of the aisle between all the lockers where undersource can sit. And so you just climb right under the bench on your hands and knees. You just get right under there. It's wide. You're thinking, oh, there's no way. This is going to work, right? You're very confident in it.
No.
And this huge beefcake of an undersore, wearing half of an exterminator's uniform, comes around the corner and immediately sees you. And hiding under the bench.
We need a distraction. That's
honestly,
what we need.
Honestly,
we need
if
a distraction.
Fail, this is so fun.
Like,
we need
if
I will turn this into a success.
Like if an undersore could raise his eye, that's what you're getting right now. Like, so as the undersore reaches for a disruptor blaster, we are going to stop here.
I was gonna say, wait, guy.
I will give you a week to think about this.
You have a problem, and I'm gonna help you solve it, man.
Save it.
Don't kill me.
Save it for next week. Save it for next week, Buster.
Wait.
Alrighty, I'm just gonna make some notes here.
Oh my god! Honestly, I lost out on intuition this time because I had 2, and that was my 3rd.
Yeah.
Man, I'm never gonna get it.
I think we need to come at you for a whole different tack because I feel like the universe is trying to like. What if we do the opposite and just go like, what are the most direct?
Stupid things to do.
The most direct things that you could want to have as.
I
feel really bad because I'm looking at everything that I've got here, and I was like, shit, I should have done this part.
Yeah, you got your
was like huge
compared to mine. Mine, I failed so many times.
Distraction, and I will keep working on my authority.
There's lots of possibilities in this situation. There's a lot of possibilities.
100%. 100%.
But
I will make them work for me.
But we will address these next week.
Bam Bam will bat her way through whatever she needs to.
Bam Bam will rise again.
Yeah, I don't doubt that. You can't keep a good ranger down. That's for sure. Congratulations on discovering organized crime in the Jump Rangers universe, such as it is.
Was that the plan, or did we just do this? Is this our fault? Would there be no organized crime if it weren't for us?
No. So all of this. So do you remember when we rolled up the mothership that you're on?
Yeah.
There are a number of commonly traveled planets within the Saurian Empire, and the trade route and the destination of the Saurian mothership that you're on is part of what we rolled. So, if you're ever stuck for a plot or stuck for a mothership, you roll one up. You decide what. We already knew what house it was because you were on planet Lincoln. I didn't want to roll for that. I knew which house it was, but I wanted to find out where they were going, and so we found out where they were going. And based on where they're going, I made certain assumptions about how, because this planet was something I made up during my data deck files. This is something that I made up maybe a year ago. And it's a planet that most of the colonies don't know exists because its existence has been obscured and confused and obfuscated by people like Griff. I don't want to say too much about that, but you're going, as you know, to some place where Griff is from. The reason why the colony leaders don't know this place exists is because the people that are there have kept it a secret and are lying about its existence to anyone that they come across.
Yeah.
So there's a conspiracy to prevent humanity from exploring this part of Saurian space because these people are there. And they have a plan. And you are seeing a corner of that plan. So as soon as I knew that this planet was part of what we were getting into, I figured, okay, there's probably a smuggler on this mothership. And you found the smuggler by rolling. And that's how we've gotten into this mess. So what you decide to do with this information is up to you. There's going to be a lot of things to discover when you get to where you're going. And I think it's hilarious that you want to try and appropriate the infrastructure of this organization. I think it's going to be challenging. I think it may be one of those things, much like with the Loom, where the scope of what you're suggesting perhaps might change once you realize who you're dealing with, because there's institutional problems that you don't know you have yet. They're not, as you have surmised, they are not in this for the common good. They're not in this for humanity. They're in this for themselves. They're looking to accumulate power. So
great.
So as soon as
one of Ebenezer Scrooge's underlings,
it's going to be more punk than that, I promise.
That's great. All right.
It's a lot more Mad Max going on than that.
But don't worry, Jell and I aren't going to just let you get caught.
No, you have some Gnosis batteries here to go to work for you. You have a couple of options. You have some casters.
Hoverboard.
That's true. You have a hoverboard.
Catch me.
There's a lot of it. There's a lot you could do with a hoverboard on the inside of a Saurian mothership.
Saying.
It's true. Oh my goodness. There's all kinds of things to find. There's there may be other things on this mothership that I haven't even accounted for. But I will tell you briefly that one of the things that I realized just a couple days ago when I was working on trash lizards, or not trash lizards, tyrant lizards, was that the Rexors like to eat live food. I think we discussed this. So this wasn't a thing before, but I had to write up some like common monsters that get bred. They just release these predators into the Rexor quarters, and then the Rexors get to hunt them. They smell, oh, there's food, and then they go hunt the food. And sometimes these animals get out. So like every so often, you'll just find, for example, a Predaraptor just
hanging out.
just hanging out in a mothership, like maybe eating some undersores or something. Like so there's going to be monsters. There's going to be all kinds of cool stuff. And I've got a really great that I wrote up last week, a Saurian mothership encounter chart, which we should probably trot out at some point. Like of just random things that like you would not expect to see on a Saurian mothership. So no, this as soon as we rolled up the mothership, as soon as you decided to randomly just jump on a mothership, we rolled it up, we saw where it was going, and that's where all of this started to take shape. I will be super impressed if you can bring this particular criminal empire to its knees. I will be extremely impressed if that is
I'm really offended that he doesn't already expect us to do so.
Show me something.
First, we're going to show Mr. Griff the backstabber. That's who we're going to show. We also need to make sure he doesn't find out that we did this. So we need to get you the hell out of there.
Well, if you're going to make friends with undersores, now's the time to do it. All right. Thank you very much for playing. Thank you to anybody who's watching this nonsense. I think we'll be back next week unless there's any reason not to. But always watch the socials for the final word on that stuff. Let's see. Today's Monday. Tomorrow, 9 a.m. Pacific time, we have Puddle Jumps, which is Ippy, Looney, and me logging in and doing some game development and bringing some whimsy to the universe, the galaxy of Jump Rangers. Those have been some really fun streams, and our streaming schedule continues apace. So thank you. This is the Rookie signing off. Any last words?
This weekend is LA Comic-Con.
Woo!
So,
okay.
So I'll have stuff to talk about on Monday because I scored a press pass.
Congratulations.
So I will be there even though I sat on my laurels and failed to get my badge like I normally would. I got a badge anyway. So
great.
I'll be freshly back from the con and hopefully brimming with all kinds of fun things to talk about.
There may be some Star Citizen streaming later tonight. If I don't, I will see you tomorrow. Don't be a stranger, Ranger.